Hello, YouTubers. Um, Good morning, good day, shalom. Hopefully, everyone's having a wonderful Sunday, enjoying their day off, even those that may have to work. Now, there was a time you didn't have to work on Sundays, or Saturdays for that matter, and Sundays were really considered the day of rest. And businesses used to be closed. So you had only 6 days to do your grocery shopping or anything else that needed to be done because Sundays, nothing was open. I know it's very difficult for generations today to believe that. They call them the Sunday laws, if I'm not mistaken. And they're still on the books. In any case, I came to discuss something that is really annoying at me um, because it concerns black women. A lot of black women in today's society have access to advertising themselves on various levels in various venues. Um, One of those levels are TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's so many. And of course, going out, to various restaurants and gyms and laundromats, etc., etc. Now, what I find disturbing is that a lot of these women are in advertising themselves on these various platforms, leaves themselves open to predators, dangerous predators. And I don't know if these women are making cohesive, coherent decisions whenever they choose to get involved with these predators out here, specifically these black men that are killing them. Because these black men are killing black women. I read an article where they said black women are 3 times more likely to die by the hands of black men, spouses, a significant other, meaning boyfriends, near boyfriends, and their demise is never solved usually. Sometimes it is, but more than likely it isn't. And then it occurred to me while I was reading these articles of black women being killed by black men that, if black women aren't careful, they could become an endangered species. And why would anyone want to just meet somebody and just get involved with them and have them come to their homes? I just don't understand that. Because it's just so dangerous. And why would you want to go on any of these so-called social media platforms and open yourself up, to get involved with people that you never met, And it would be one thing if you knew the person previously, and okay, you speak to them online or something to that effect. Okay, so in that case, you slowly get to know the person. You knew the person offline, and you speak to them online, ever so often, or a limited amount of conversations. But then you're speaking to people and getting to know people and inviting yourself and them to meet you at some venue, and you don't know these people. You don't know where they've been, where they come from, what they're into. Have you hired a private detective to check into their backgrounds? You know, do they have a history of violence? Were they in a mental institution? You know, do they carry weaponry? Do they have a history of violence towards other black women? You know, and I know that, you know, vetting people is not a pleasant situation. Well, depending on who it is, because I know for myself, I don't mind vetting people because it's about, you know, your safety. But I don't know anybody to vet. Most of the people that I know are older people like myself that I've known for like 30 years and up. And many of them are, you know, are still alive, and there are some that are not. But I digress. But the fact of the matter is, you have to take your time in getting to know people, because eventually the person that they truly are is going to reveal themselves. Because a liar is a liar, a cheat is a cheat, and a thief is a thief. And they don't change. People don't change who they are unless there's a change that they are willing to go through for themselves to make themselves a better person, hopefully. But somebody that has mental issues, they may have hate towards women, and in this case specifically black women, because maybe they hated their black mother because she didn't love them enough or treated them fairly, you know, and you know, daddy wasn't around, you know, or they were born into poverty, you know, and they were abused. It could be a myriad of negative situations that these individuals emerge from. But the fact of the matter is, you have to take care of yourself. You know, you can't be meeting these people on the internet and inviting yourself to go out with them or inviting them to your homes. You don't know who you're inviting in. You know, that could be a killer. The story I just read, it was out of Atlanta, Georgia. Nice looking woman. Oh, she met some guy off the internet and got involved with him, and in a matter of days he killed her in her own home. I don't think she even knew the guy a month, if I recall. You know, I'll bring the story, but you know, it's really sad. You know, people should not be losing their life over, you know, because you meet somebody, or foolishness or stupidity, or because somebody is mentally ill. And there are a lot of mentally ill people in the world today. A lot. Some people blame it on the pandemic or a myriad of other situations. But the fact of the matter is not the pandemic. These people had issues prior to the pandemic. Maybe the COVID pandemic emphasized their mental instability or their killer ways even more so. But, you know, black sisters, you know, you have to take care of yourself. You have to be diligent, because your interest is taking care of you. And if you don't, who will? You know, you have to be careful. I mean, I can't say it enough. You know, cease meeting these people on these so-called social media and inviting them into your space. Even in these gyms, if they're in these gyms, the laundromat, the bank, while you're strolling, or jogging, or at the swimming pool, all these people, they hang out usually in those venues because they're predators. They're usually looking for black women that they can live off of financially. Free housing, free food, free gas and electric, free sleeping quarters, a place to flop, indefinitely. And then if you want to get them out of your house, they resort to violence. Okay? So, also study how to fight, learn how to fight, do some boxing, hand boxing, kickboxing, some kind of martial arts. You can get tapes now online in regards to that, so you don't even need to pay someone to teach you. But have something where you can defend yourself against those that's going to try and hurt you. Whether you meet them or whether you meet anyone or not, you should be sufficiently armed in taking care of you. Because I can say that 100%. I don't care for people. I really don't. And when it comes to meeting anybody online or in the laundromat, the gym, while strolling, while I'm jogging, or anything else, no, I'm not receptive to that. Because these people out here today are grimy. They're gruesome, and I find them scary and uncomfortable. So, for me, it's like, no, I'm not interested. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart to the top of my heart. And from the top of my heart to the bottom of my heart. Because it's dangerous out here. If I was a young person today, I'd be a virgin forever. In every way of the word. Because I don't trust people. And black people, specifically a lot of these mental black men are dangerous. And I believe truly that many of them hate black women, especially darker complexion black women. And nobody's coming to the rescue of darker complexion black women. If you're white or near white or whitish, maybe the authorities will do something to assist you. But dark complexion black women doesn't get any assistance. So that means we have to assist ourselves. We have to be on the lookout for ourselves. We have to police ourselves. And we have to be dogged about it. So, again, as black women, take care of yourself. Trust no one. I don't care how they look, or you may be enamored with them, or they have the great rap going on, or you're lonely. If you're that lonely, get a cat or a dog. I have a cat. Once in a while he pisses me off a little bit. He shits wherever he wants to, piss wherever he wants to. Or if he pisses and shit in the litter, he doesn't even cover it. So, but he's such a pretty cat. I let him get away with it. I do. Oh, he's so pretty. Oh, God. I've had him for about 12 years now. Oh, so cute. But, or get some plants, which I stated in my previous video. Black woman, you're gorgeous. You deserve to be with someone that loves and cares about you. Not some mental deranged you know, dude that's gonna take your life. And you know, if those individuals do take the life of black women, what do? They get a little slap on the wrist and they get away with that. Because black life is not seen as being worthy. You know. And point of fact also, I made a video, with the video that I did make, some guy had something to say about good advice, and then he prefaces it with women like myself. First of all, that nigga doesn't know me. Okay? Second of all, these predators can come on the internet and say and hide behind a TV screen, okay, with their remarks. As I stated in that video, keep your remarks to yourself. I'm not looking for a check from YouTube. I make these videos because, I have some fun. I'm older now. It's just something to do. That's all. But when it comes to certain things and issues, that I'm really passionate about, I come on YouTube and I discuss them. If someone chooses to view my videos, wonderful. If they don't, wonderful. Either way, it's okay. But I'm very passionate about this situation with violence towards black women. I'm a black woman. And it hurts. That sisters out here are being abused mentally, psychologically, and physically, and ultimately lose their life to some dusty hobo predator. And it's not addressed. It may be discussed, but it's not addressed at all. Where's the task force, on addressing the wanton violence against black women? It's bad. It's really bad. And I believe personally it's even worse than the media is stating, if and when they do happen to state. In any case, once again I digress a bit, but this individual that came on the channel that stated what he did, he's talking about good advice, and then he prefaces it with what seems like a slight, because he's saying women like myself. First of all, I don't go on no social media to pick up no nigga out here, okay? I have no interest in no nigga out here. Black, white, pink, blue, whatever. Asian, Spanish, whatever. Okay? No thank you. And I am not gay. I have nothing against gay people. You do what you want to do. It's your life, your choice. I'm just reiterating that black women, you watch out for your safety. Okay? Just because it's a black man doesn't mean that he has your well-being at heart. So don't jump into bed with these men. Stop inviting them into your homes. If you're going to meet them, at least go to a park where there are a lot of people. And take 6 months to a year before you decide to get into anything with them. 6 months or a year is not a long time, especially as you get older. It's like it's around the corner. So 6 months to a year, believe me, that person is not going to be able to keep up with the facade of hiding who they are. It becomes too challenging for them. They're going to have to work triple overtime or quadruple overtime to hide who they really, really are. Okay? Like they say, the truth shall set you free. Yes, it does. Because when you take 6 months to a year to get to know someone, of course, that doesn't mean you're going to get to know them thoroughly. But you'll know all their little nuances, the lies that they spill, because they can't keep spilling each time they tell a lie, they're going to either down it or up it. And their stories are going to be inconsistent because they're a liar or a cheater or a killer in some cases, or in many cases. So they're not going to be able to keep up that facade indefinitely. So 6 months to a year is good. And stop getting into bed with them just because you want to be twisted out between the sheets. Get a little sex toy. But like my parents used to say, keep your dresses down and your legs closed. I mean, really. People need to exercise control, especially when it comes to their sexual urges. It's not everybody you meet that you have to give it up to. And a lot of you women, you give it up to these men, in a second, and what are you getting for it? They're not going to marry you, they're not going to commit to you. You're just another piece that they were able to get between the sheets, and that's it. And you have to ask yourself, how much are you worth? What's your self-worth? Because that plays heartily into who you choose to get involved with. You have to know your self-worth. And if you don't, who will? It's up to you to create your boundaries, and set rules for yourself to guide you through your life. Because Black women, our lives are precious. In fact, everybody's life is precious. But I'm addressing strictly, brown-skinned Black women. Our lives are precious. And we go through, we really go through hell as brown-skinned Black women. We do. We're ignored, shortchanged, etc., etc. We experience a litany of negative behaviors in this society and in others. We're always judged, laughed at, talked about, gossiped about, and during the last, 20 or 30 years, with these shows on where you see Black women, it's usually brown-skinned Black women fighting each other and beating up each other and calling each other names. It's disgusting. And, all those negative situations have played into brown-skinned Black women being attacked and brutalized. And we need to put a stop to it. Because it's become an epidemic now. It's almost become the standard where, oh yeah, a Black woman is is abused and beaten down by some black man or taken out by some black man. It's become a regular thing now. You know? And we live in a society that's immune to black women's plight. And these black men that are predators, dangerous predators, they realize that black women's lives aren't worth anything in this society. So, they have no fear of being incarcerated or worse, because they know that white society doesn't care. So black women, we have to be the people that's going to look out for our safety, take care of business if we must, and we must, That's why I believe firmly in Mr. Smith and Wesson, and because Mr. Smith and Wesson never miss. They never miss. And I'm not playing no games with no hobo predator, that's out here, looking at me sideways. Because I don't look at anybody. I wear my hat pulled down, my dark glasses, and I keep it moving. Because the average person out here today is dangerous. They don't care about their life, so they don't care about anybody else's life. And, I see crime every day. The so-called black community is riddled with nothing but crime. But I'm one of these persons that believe in being ultra prepared. Because I am not fucking around with niggas. Okay? I trust no one. Especially on two legs. I trust no one. So, all you black sisters out there, you take care of yourself. Make sure you become a ninja. Okay? You need backup. And you're not going to get backup from the authorities, because they usually come into the scene when everything is already done. You're not going to get backup from other black people. You're not going to get backup from white people, Spanish people, Asian, whatever. You're your own backup. So on that note, enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves.